Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're diving into something kind of unusual, I guess you could say.
Yeah, this one's a little out there.
You guys sent us this phrase, Goatse Singularity, and to be honest, at first we weren't even sure what to make of it. Is it like a code, some kind of band name, a new thing in astrophysics?
Well, it turns out it's none of those things. This phrase is like almost like an internet urban legend, except it's actually a thing. And to really get it, we got to go back to the early days of the internet, like back when shock value was the name of the game.
Okay, so I think it's safe to say that most of our listeners have probably blocked out those very specific memories of early internet weirdness. But for those who haven't had the pleasure, let's just say Goatse was an image that was specifically designed to be as shocking as possible. We're talking had to throw your computer in the ocean levels of disturbing.
Yeah, it's not something you easily forget.
So how does that go from being something everyone wants to forget to a singularity?
That's where things get interesting. See, singularity usually makes you think about tech, right? Like that
Hmm.
point where things are advancing faster than we can even understand.
Right.
But in this case, Goatse Singularity, it's not really about technology. It's more about how this image, as infamous as it was, it kind of became this like shorthand for everything unexpected and bizarre and just flat out, you can't unsee it. That the internet seems to just spit out every
So
day.
it's like the image itself became a meme. Like, remember that thing you wish you could forget?
Yeah,
The
it's exactly. And that whole evolution from being this thing that just grossed everyone out to this weird shared point of reference, that's the singularity. It's like everyone on the internet collectively decided, okay, we can't unsee this thing, so we might as well figure out a way to deal with it. How about we make it a meme?
Which, let's be real, is kind of what the internet does best. It takes
Yeah.
all the weird stuff, the wild
Ugh.
stuff, the stuff that makes us want to just log off and go outside and turns it into memes.
Yeah.
And through that whole process, tries to make sense of it all.
And that's what's so fascinating about all this. It's not even really about Goatse itself. It's about how this one image became this whole phenomenon that really shows us how much power the internet has to like shape how we see the world, how we understand pretty much everything. It makes you wonder how we even decide what things mean in the digital age. How can something that started out as a shock tactic become like this weird inside joke?
Isn't there a saying about that? Like, the only thing worse than being talked about is not being talked about. Even though it started out as something awful, it still became a part of the conversation, part of what people talk about online.
And that's a really powerful concept because it means that whether we like it or not, the internet gives us the tools to come together and process even the most bizarre and unsettling stuff we run into. It's like this weird, chaotic, constantly changing form of cultural digestion.
So there you have it, folks. The Goatse Singularity. A weird little trip back to the early days of internet shock content that somehow turned into this deep dive into how we navigate the digital world, process information, and even find ways to connect with each other through some of the most unexpected and sometimes cringeworthy stuff out there.
It's a good reminder that the internet's more than just ones and zeros. It's a reflection of us humans in all our messy, weird glory.
And with that thought, we'll leave you to ponder the strange ways we all try to make sense of the digital world. Until next time, keep diving deep.